Live here in Corsicana on the BNSF line. This line goes south all the way to uh, uh, actually wherever you want to go. It takes you all the way to Houston and to Laredo and to Brownsville. This line also goes all the way north to Fort Worth to the train yard and beyond that. As you can see right now, I'm out here behind Guardian Glass at the Lake Halbert, and this is Guardian Glass where they make uh, glass panels for buildings and for whatever else. Um, as you can see, this BNSF line has two derails. The first derail is right before the switch, right before the gate, right here. And then the second is right on the other side of the gate, and it's a fly throw derail. So it's set for derail. As you look closely inside that building, there is a hopper. Um, it's being unloaded. It should be nearly unloaded. And on the other side of there is a little switcher, a very little switcher. So and that's a UP coming through town that I just missed. How many rails that's inside here? There only used to be two rails. Now they've added more rail. See, there only used to be the first track that go down to the other side of the plant, and then they had the track that goes on the inside to the unloading dock. Now they added more, and I believe they added this in the past 10 years. See, now they have the yard up here that's holding all the loaded cars. So there's a derail there. They have derails everywhere. As you can see, they added two more lines in here. So all these cars over here on this side are loaded, and then all the cars right there are loaded. What they do is they get the little switcher coupled to the bottom, couple up, and then drag the cars into. They drag them into the unloading dock, which is inside the building. Let me pull back so you can see. See, there's one in there. It can only unload one at a time unless they done changed the building and made it where it unloads two. As you can see, get up here. See there on the other side, those are all empty. So they can only pull one car at a time. And if you see that little red little thing down there right next to that hopper, that's the little switcher. It's a little track mobile switcher. So all it does is just pull them in, pull them out, and then set them along right there. And then there's some more empty sitting down there past the building. So this track goes all the way down. And if you keep looking, there are some more empties. So there's 3 empties down there, and there's 3 empties right here, and there's 2 empties on the other side. And that's just 2 tracks going down. What the track mobile does is pull the empties and then set them over here on this track here. And then when BNSF comes in, what they do, it's pretty simple. Because they only come once a week now. They'll shove them to the yard. They'll shove like 3 or 4 cars to the yard over here. Then they will uncouple, come down here and pick up the train of empties. And depending on, in 1 week, they probably have about 10, 11 cars of empties. And what they do is they just drag them out, take them down here on the other side of the lake, because there's a siding over there on the other side of the bridge, do a runaround, and then head back to Fort Worth, or to actually Waxahachie, maybe Fort Worth. Because they got to service Waxahachie, they got to service South Dallas, and somewhere else. But that's how they do it. They'll shove the cars to the yard, uncouple, pick up all the empties, and then drag out. Someone asked me, would it be a good idea to build this building? Yeah, it's pretty prototypical of a power plant. If you have a power plant building on your layout, then you can pretty much build this, because all that is the power plant that they use. And that huge coke tower pretty much is just silos. There's 4 to 5, I think there's 4 silos, 2 on the front, 2 in the back, and then they got the conveyor belts that's at the top. They got it all closed in instead of having it open. So that's pretty much it. Everybody's heading to the lake. I'm going to head home because it's too dang hot to be out here. But that's pretty much it on that. Like I said, if you can find someone with a power plant to build that, the only thing you have to build is the rooftops. They open and close when it's hot, and it's hot right now, so they got them all open. And this place stays open 24/7. It never ever shut down, except for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Other than that, it's nonstop. So it's a pretty neat building to build. They just added that small warehouse building on a few years ago. That's also part of the maintenance area, which is right next to it. And it has the control room that when they remodeled the furnace. So that's about it. Next stop, we're gonna go to the other side, down here on the other side of the highway, and I'll show y'all something else. To the end, I'll see y'all later. Bye.